Hello, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Day 15 of March of Robots. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, sketching first and then Sharpie. So if you want to watch the sketching portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out for myself with a gray Copic marker, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. All right, we're mixing it up. We're going different today. I had an epiphany, or not so much an epiphany, but I had a thought that it needs to look like a robot. That last one I did, cool, fun, awesome, but that could be a person in a suit. I need this to look like it's impossible for a person to be in a suit. Well, maybe not impossible. Maybe if someone was flying this, okay, then it would be a machine instead of a robot, right? But I want it to look like if it's a robot, like there's no way someone could be in this suit or in a suit, right? I want it to look robotic. I want it to look like exactly what I'm saying, exactly what I'm just describing, but for some reason I'm saying it over and over again. I want it to look like that. That's what I want, right? Okay, now also gonna make sure I kind of drew this a little over to the side too much, but we're still on camera. We're still able to see it, so I'm gonna keep going with it. I like what I did. I'm gonna keep going with it. This is pretty much all I need to do for the sketch because I usually do thumbnails to see if it's in a good, if it's got a good look, if it's got a good feel to it, and this one did. So I'm happy with the feel. So that's all I got to worry about with detail. That's pretty much it. You know, just does it look good to me? Is it believable? And can we move forward? And I think so. I think I'm good with that because the sketch, it's just a sketch. Details are going to come out as we go. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't know why I'm yelling at you, but don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out with a gray Copic marker. I know where I'm going to go, and if you want to see more March of Robots, check out that playlist right there, or just check out any playlist in general because I do so many drawings. I do one a day. 2 with March of Robots going on. I might have already drawn what you're looking for, so go check out the playlist and see what I got going, and let's just dive in here. So I've already sketched it out. I know what I'm going to do, kind of. I'm going to build it as I go. So I want a front. You hear that? You hear that sound? That's the sound of progress. That's work, son. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yelling at you or why I feel so tough. That's work, son. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Okay, but yeah, I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Like if this is the beginning, if this is the front of it, like, you know, what's the feel, right? And again, you know, I'm just making this up, so it could be bad, it could be good, hopefully good, but again, I'm also just kind of designing as I go according to my sketch. And if you want to know why I'm drawing this robot like this, go check out the sketch portion where I explain a lot of stuff, or talk it out, really. Alright, I like that. I like that. Ooh, let's do a line like that. Let's do an edge, you know? Okay, looking good, looking good. How's yours looking? Awesome. You know, and maybe I'm going too far. Maybe I'm adding too many details, but hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. This is how I draw. Me, how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. This is almost looking like a car, right? Very car feel, very car-centric. But again, I like that. I like that, you know, it's got this familiar feel. That's what I'm going for. Something familiar, you know, it's like I've seen this before. You know, where have I seen this? You know, but you haven't, because I'm making it up 100%. I just threw my sketch out, and we're gonna see what happens, you know? Like, I couldn't tell you what all this stuff is. I couldn't tell you anything about it. It's just, this is what my robot, this is what today's robot, this is what my robot looks like. My robot. That's what happens when you wreck it. My robot. I guess you don't wreck it. I mean, it wrecks itself, right? And I like drawing like this for some reason, where I draw the shape and then come back and fill in the gaps. I guess I just somehow I like breaking up the silhouette and seeing how that works out, and see if I like where it's going. And also, it helps me to just get crazy with it, just to not explain anything. Okay, so that's the shoulder. And the reason I wanted to do all that first, I'll worry about there. I guess I can go ahead and do the arm. I always draw what's in front first, and then I figure out what's going on, right? Or what's behind it. So I've got this arm kind of bent a little bit. So I'm going to do this. And this one's going to be up, and this one's more facing at you. So I've got it in kind of like a knuckle buster type kind of feel. Like if he's gonna get into a fight, he's a robot, right? He doesn't want to use his grasping things. He's gonna bring out this platform on top of his knuckles, so when he hits, he's hitting that, not his delicate digits, right? So that's kind of the idea I'm going for here. And here you're just seeing the top side. So I'll say you can see some of the digits like that, you know, and then the thumb's wrapped over like a normal thumb. And now we're gonna see the rest of his fist and whatever is going on in his hand. But again, we're looking at the front view, so I'm kind of getting away with only drawing so much of it, right? But again, drawing what's in front so I can draw what's behind and worry about the other stuff later. All right. So also too, it kind of looks like I'm not explaining anything, you know, so I'm just kind of making stuff up, and that's fine with me. You know, I'm okay with, yeah, I'm not explaining it. I'm just kind of, you know, creating a look and seeing what happens, right? But I got to draw what's in front. So, and look, that should have curved a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine. Again, right now we're just trying to define some placement. Again, breaking it up, doing something different. Okay, let's add some kind of weird piston thing on the back. Right? Don't know why. Don't know why. We're just adding extras. And even that, look, it's in a weird placement, so see if I can straighten that out a little bit. There, cool. All right, so the whole reason I wanted to do that first, like I said, is because I've drawn these strange, like, big wing type things on him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw it for some reason. Well, not for some reason. Put him on there for absolutely no reason. Right? It's just, he's got some kind of strange wings. And then I did kind of like a second wing in the sketch. Let's see if I can pull this off. But I brought it in something like that. Not too smooth there. I got a little out of hand, so let's see if I can smooth it out. something like that, right? The downside about these Sharpie fine points, there's no fine to it, honestly. I don't get. If this is their fine point, Sharpie, we need to talk. If this is your fine point, what's your flat point? Because it's all the same, guy. Mr. Sharpie, Larry Sharpie, you and I need to have a talk. Your Sharpies are not sharp at all. These are. That's called a pen. I don't get it. And that is how I talk myself out of a sponsorship. That is how, if they're watching, it's like, hey, maybe we should, forget this guy. He's complaining about our stuff. All right. Now this one's going to kind of disappear behind that. So I'm just going to say that maybe it's on the outsides, right? So let's say all you can see of it is that. That's all you can see of that, because it's more, if it's like the pinky, like that, right? If it's the pinky, as we're turning and we're out like that, the pinky's disappearing. That's how I'm gonna look at it, right? That'll kind of give me excuses and reasons to justify my craziness or my lack of detail. And that's on the inside too. I'm not gonna do it on the outside. Again, that's it. I know that's a lot of negative space, but I'll do something with color there. I'll make it a little different. All right, so if that's this arm, I'm gonna draw it like this arm is like this. This one, I'm gonna draw it up like that, like he's about to throw the fist. Here, you can't see any of that stuff, so we'll say all you can see is like that, right? That's all you can see. There's a lot of it, but it's back behind the body, so you can't see anything. Now the arm you can see, so I'm gonna try to define that somehow. I'm gonna say there's that little pivot, like not pivot, but that little ridge like that. I'm gonna come down here and do this. This one like this. And that'll kind of give it like that barrel look that I did right there. And we'll say that you can't see because of the side that I picked. But again, this is just how we mix it up a little bit and say, well, that's the design, that's the feel. And I kind of like the idea that it's not solid, right? It's like a ridge that's not defined, like a barrel, that it's actually made into the side, so it kind of flows, and so you don't quite see the full edge. It's that, well, he's the barrel buster, that's his name. That's what he does. You need barrels busted? He's your man. He's your bot. All right, so let's figure out some kind of fist with knuckles on top, right? That's the idea. That's the idea there. So I'm gonna do a thumb. And then the fingers, we're just gonna say it's like 2 fingers. That's why there's 2 digits like that. 2 fingers wrapped around like this. Right? So that's the fist. And then this part is the knuckle buster that sits on top. That makes sense? Like that. Okay? Now I'll try to define a little bit of hand motion, like what's it gonna do to move like that, and that's about it. That's all I can really do, and that's all I'm worried about. Well, I'm not worried about it. That's the other thing. That's all I'm gonna not say not worry about, but all I'm going to obsess over, right? Because again, it's not real. I mean, we're the designers, we're the dreamers of the dream. We're the one who decides what it's going to look like and why we place things here, We'll say that's the inner workings of the hand that, obviously you've got a lot of muscles and whatnot to move yourself like this. So we'll say that all that little stuff I put in there, that's what that's for. But that's it. That's all we got to worry about. I am good with that. All right, so let's give him some legs, and I'm just gonna do like typical housing legs, like just that's all we got to worry about, right? There's his middle piece. I do want to worry about his knee, and what I mean by that is I just want to define something like that. To put it in front of the leg piece like that. And that's all. I didn't want to go too crazy. I did, obviously. I didn't want to go too crazy, but I just wanted to define the kneecap. We're going to say that there's the digit right there, the circular pivot like all kneecaps have. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to try to define something like that. But it's going against the face, so I need to calm down a bit. Like, calm down, buddy. Calm down. It doesn't have to be that ridiculous. And I'm jumping back and forth, just saying, okay, if this is like this, if this is like that, I'm going to make this here, and that'll help me define the edge of it here. But see, I was getting too crazy around that. Now it's getting too messy, right? It's like I should have done something a little safer, you know, a little just flat. But I did what I did, so I'm gonna stick with it. Like, there's no reason to have little knobs like this. Like, in the design wise, my design director probably would have said, remove those. That's too much. And he's right. Absolutely he's right. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like 100%. I agree with you. I should have taken that out. There's no need for that. Because it's getting messy. Especially because it's right there by the face. Maybe if I redrew it someplace, but like that, too messy. Too messy. And here I'm just kind of like trying to make, again, it's going to get messy, but I'm trying to make some kind of connector that this is where the pieces go for his hip, with leg to connect to the hip, basically, right? But again, I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's mostly going to be colored in black anyway, you know? But since we're drawing robots and we are defining a few things, why not? You know, let's make it robotic in some way. Same thing with this. I want to do a little bit more there, but I kind of want to do it with color. That way we're not going too crazy. Now also, same thing, there should be more inner workings to the inside, you know, the leg and all that stuff. So that's why I do stuff like this. But again, it might be too much. So don't break the bank, you know? It's like just do a few things again, because I'm probably going to color all that in black anyway. I'm not too worried about it. But I wanted to leave it more than just white. All right, there we go. So now let's draw some legs. I want to give him like some big old toes. So let's just bring this down here. Right? So there's a little. I like drawing like little safety braces. Like it kind of holds the leg up, supports the leg in those strange positions. There, something like that. And I did kind of, here, let's open that up. I did kind of limit myself with the spacing like that. So again, add just a little extra just to kind of give it mechanics, things like that. But again, I'm probably going to color all that in black, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now I got to try to figure out how to do that over here. So I'm going to bring it down. Let's just draw like the front squares is all, because you're pretty much just looking right at it. I guess rectangles, right? You're pretty much looking straight at it, so we don't have to worry about even what's behind it. We're just kind of going to do something like that. Draw that little pivot thing that I like drawing, or the anchor point. And then same thing here, I'm going to draw this one out. There's another little anchor. Connect it in there somehow. we'll say that that little opening is going to go up like that. And then, again, it's got inside inner workings that we don't understand or will never see. So I'm just going to do something like this just to show that inside. But again, color is really going to take care of that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. That is day 15 of March of Robots. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.